Hello, welcome to Visual Basic. In this class we're going to start out by doing a sample program. In order to start, you click on Visual Studios 2012. And from there you start a new project, and Windows and Windows Forms should be highlighted before you go on. And once the project opens, you have a form. This is your form in which we'll make an interface for a program. This is a toolbox in which there are all objects that will be dragged onto the form. Over here we have a property, and with the properties that changes the looks of the form and of the objects on the form. And then the Solution Explorer has the form and the name of the project. And if we rename the form, it will have that too. We'll start off by dragging an object called labeled. We'll drag in label 1, label 2, and label 3. And then after that we're going to drag in the object called text box. So here we're dragging in text box 1, text box 2, and text box 3. You can align them by the blue lines. Additionally, you can move or resize these if you would like. The next object I'm choosing is button. We'll move in 5 object buttons. Button 1, button 2, button 3, button 4, and button 5. Okay, now this is meaningless at this point because we don't know what they want on this form. You have to let the user know what is expected. So label 1, we're going to go down to the text and name it Enter Number 1. Then label 2, you left click on it one time, go to, once again, the text box, the text in the properties, and rename that Enter Number 2. You push the Enter key. Click on label 3 one time, left click, go to text, and we'll rename this Answer. So we're going to do a calculation. So since we're doing a calculation program, button 1 will now be described as add. I push the click. Button 2 was same thing as we did before. We click on it, we double click on text, and we do subtract. Button 3, I'm going to the text, double clicking, and calling this multiply. And the last button on this row will be divide, as you might have guessed. Push enter after each entry. Button 5, we're going to name clear. Okay, this is a form. Now we want to name this form. It says form 1. If you notice, right now we're pointing to button 5. Button 5 is highlighted. If we click anywhere outside of any of the objects, the form 1 will be highlighted. And for that, we're going to go to the text and give the appearance of a new name for the form 1. We'll name it Calculator Program. Now, one thing I want to make very clear to everyone is, even though we have this as Enter Number 1 and it says Enter Number 1 on the text, we've just changed the appearance on the form. We never did change the name. The name is still called Label 1. If you take a look at, say, the clear, which is button 5, which is name, the text says clear to change the text appearance on the screen. But if you take a look at the actual name, the name is still button 5. We did not change these names. And the next program from your textbook will do so. The final step in this is saving the program. So you click on File, click on Save All, and the first thing you have to do is decide where you want it saved. Usually you should save either on your desktop or on your USB drive. I'm saving on the desktop. I'm selecting that. And okay, then we want to name our program. We'll name it calculator program. You click save. And this is the program, the first form that we've created. We can click out of this and we can look for calculator program on the form here. I am looking for it. We'll find it in a second. Here it is. So here's our calculator program. If you open it up, it has calculator program and it has one file like this and one file that has many different things in it. So in order to reopen it again in the future, you'll click on calculator program and it will open to the very form that we just designed. Okay, thank you, and bear with us. We will start doing the second chapter, or the coding for this program, in a few minutes. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this. Bye.